Welcome back to our math class. Today, our topic is tax, which is the last application of PRB which we will talk about. Let's start with our story of the day. Tiffany went to the supermarket and bought some groceries worth 4,052 pesos. If there is a 12% tax on the items she bought, how much is her tax? Before we answer this problem, let us know first what tax is. Tax is a financial charge or contribution imposed upon a person or company by the government to fund various public expenditures. For us to get the tax or compute for tax, it is equal to total cost of items times rate of tax. So going back to our story problem, Tiffany went to the supermarket and bought some groceries worth 4,052 pesos. 4,052 pesos is the total cost of items she bought. So this is where we will get the 12% taxed. Again, for us to solve for the tax, we'll just simply multiply the total cost of the items bought and the rate of tax. So for our equation, we will have 4,052 times 0.12. This is the equivalent of 12% in decimals. So let's start solving. We have 4,052 times 0.12. We have 4, 10, 0 plus 1 is 1, 2 times 4 is 8. Then 4,052 times 1 is 4,052. Okay, so let's add. We have 4, 2, 6, 8, and 4. We have 2 decimal places in one of our factors, so in our product, we should also have 2 decimal places. That means her tax is 486 pesos and 24 centavos. So instead of just paying for 4,052 pesos, Tiffany will pay an additional 486 pesos and 24 centavos for purchasing those items. And again, this tax is a contribution imposed by the government to fund public expenditures. Now let's try some more examples. The house of Mr. Aaron has an assessed value of 1,400,000 pesos. If the tax rate is 8% of the assessed value, what is the tax due on the house? Again, we are asked to find for the tax, so we'll just simply multiply the cost of the house, which is 1,400,000 pesos, and the tax rate, which is 8%. So for our equation, we'll have 1,400,000 times 0.08. So let's solve. We have 1,400,000. We'll multiply it by 0.08. 8 times zeros is 0, so we'll just copy those zeros. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 2. That is 11. Then, since the rest of the digits to the left are zeros, we will no longer need to multiply them. Instead, we'll just simply count the number of decimal places we have in our factors, and that is 2. So in our product, we should also have 2 decimal places. Therefore, the tax due on the house is 112,000 pesos. Let's try another example. If the sales tax rate charged by an appliance center is 12%, how much is the tax of a rice cooker that costs 1,950 pesos? Again, we are asked to look for the tax. So we will just simply multiply the cost of the rice cooker and the tax rate, which is 12%. So for our equation, we have 1,950 times 0.12. Okay, let us multiply. Okay, again, 0.12 is 12% in decimals. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1, that's 19. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1, that's 3. Then 1 times 1,950 is 1,950. Since the next digit is 0, so we'll just stop multiplying and add our partial products. We have 0, 0, then we have 14, we have 13, and 2. In our factors, there are 2 decimal places, so in our final answer, we should also have 2 decimal places. Therefore, the tax for the rice cooker is 234 pesos. And that's it for our lesson for today. Thank you for listening.